Bittersweet injuries for Sunday. Packers versus the Vikings. All right, so the final practice injury report is out. Let's break it down. So looking at the Packers side, two guys out. You got Aaron Jones, the running back, missing. Great. That's monstrous. It is huge. Missed last week versus Houston. Jamal Williams filled in nicely for him, but also that's against Houston, as well as A.J. Dillon, the rookie from Boston College, second-round pick, got a little bit of love. But Aaron Jones, respect, is one of the more dynamic running backs in the game. He's diet Dalvin Cook. Go with that. He had 66 yards on the ground and a touchdown week 1 against the Vikings. Kevin King is going to miss with a quad. It's unfortunate. So Kevin King has been kind of garbage this week. Week 1 as well as the season. But also remember, he was the Kirk Cousins interception week 2 when Kirk pulled the big boner trying to force it into Stephon Diggs last year, if you remember him. Also on the list, David Bactiari. So he missed last week against Houston. Has been a limited participant all week with a chest injury. So this one could be big. Because if his chest is injured, that means that he might not have enough strength to hold like he does on every single play. So that'll be something to watch. If he does miss, what happened for the Packers last week is that they moved Billy Turner from right tackle to left tackle, and then they started Ricky Wagner on the right side. Mason Crosby, so he's listed with a left calf back injury. He played versus Houston. He kicked 5 extra points. I don't believe this one at all. I mean, the Packers don't have another kicker on the roster or on the practice squad, so Crosby's going to get out there and play. He's fine. Other questionables, don't really care. Questionables generally play because once the NFL got rid of the doubtful designation, I mean, questionables just play. It's not a big deal. But also, it is important to note, so lower on the list, guys are limited participants all week, all 3 practices, even though I believe they only had a walkthrough on Wednesday, but doesn't matter. Is there 3 edge rushers? So Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, Zadarius Smith, the guys who've been giving the Vikings trouble for quite a bit now. Even if they do play with Gary and Zadarius slow by ankles, that could put a little hitch in their giddy up, getting off the line, as well as Preston Smith banged up with the shoulder. That could be big. Him chasing around, just trying to lay the wood on Dalvin Cook all game long. Maybe that'll add up, even with the Dr. Feelgood. So a couple big injuries potentially on the Packers defense. For the Vikings, so this could be addition by subtraction. So Holton Hill out again with that foot injury. Mike Hughes' neck is acting up yet again. He is going to miss some more time. So now the Vikings in the secondary, they have rookies Jeff Gladney, Cameron Dantzler, Harrison Hand, Chris Boyd, who had been missing time with a hamstring, looks to be back. He was a full participant in practice on Friday. So you got him as well as Mark Fields, recently called up from the practice squad, plus the new guy, Chris Jones, who was claimed off of waivers from the Lions. He was also on the Cardinals, as well as they have CFL superstar Marcus Sales re-signed to the practice squad. So the Vikings are going to be extremely young in the secondary against Aaron Rodgers. After you gave away your best pass rusher, but other than that, really good. Dan Jacena's got that hip issue. My hip. So that's a hit to the punt gunners. And so Dalvin. All right, so Dalvin, limited participant Wednesday, Thursday. He was a full participant on Friday, and yet he's still listed with questionable. This is just Zimmer playing stupid games with the injury report again, so don't think of anything of it. Dalvin will be playing. Dalvin will not have a pitch count according to Gary Kubiak, so he'll be out getting after it. Also, note, so Drew Samia, who had missed time with that wrist injury that allowed Ezra Cleveland to get in week 6 against the Falcons. So Samia was a full participant all 3 days in practice. Also, it's important to note that Pat Elflein is not on the injury report, but he is coming off IR. Eligible for return. Troy Dye coming back off a foot injury as well. Elflein had that thumb suffered in practice after the Packers game week 1. So both those guys are going to come back. There's currently 51 on the 53-man roster, so there's room for both of them right now. TBD, what's going to happen at that right guard spot? Is Elflein just going to be handed back his job? Is Samia going to be back? Do they like Ezra Cleveland enough to trot the kid back out there? They better. I think that they really should, but it is what it is. And then Thielen. So this is like Thielen listed on the injury report is like Tom Brady, always being listed on the injury report when he was with New England with the shoulder. He's going to play. It's no problem. So, Bactiari being out or dinged up, that's monstrous. Same thing with Aaron Jones being out. It's unfortunate that Kevin King's going to miss. And then also the Vikings cornerbacks Holton Hill and Mike Hughes missing. Whatever. It's whatever. Play the kids. Let's go. All right, so your thoughts, Vikings-Packers final injury report. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.